We, along with other libraries across the country, noticed last year that there were just a lot of more reports of books being banned or challenged across the United States in school libraries and public libraries. And the American Library Association even came out with a report that there were over 1,600 banned books reported to their office last year, which was by far the most they've ever had since the beginning of them keeping track of banned books. And we wanted to do something more intentional to support young people across the country who were at the business end of these challenges and bans. So we thought that one way to do this would be to offer a free access to our over 500,000 ebooks and audiobooks, particularly for young people ages 13 to 21, who are literally seeing their experiences, their narratives, and their voices silenced in their communities. The books that are being targeted for challenges or bans are representative of voices that are LGBTQ voices or Black, Indigenous voices. So you have books like Genderqueer, which is the most challenged and banned book of all of last year, according to the American Library Association.
Yeah, it's really important to see myself reflected in narratives such as just books that talk about transgenderism and LGBTQ rights and queer people in general. Just because, again, we've been silenced for centuries. I'm a transgender man. I use he, they pronouns. And it's not often that you see that in especially works of fiction. I grew up in a very conservative place, a small town in Georgia, and Georgia the state. And I grew up around people who didn't see me as a person, didn't see me for my race, for my identity, for my sexuality. I was ostracized for a long time until I came here. And I know what it's like to not have those resources available to you.
It's hard enough to find representation in the media for minority groups. You're underrepresented in a lot of places. You're underrepresented in schools sometimes, in the television, in education. Maybe in your major, there's not a lot of people that look like you, that share your identity and background. And that can affect you deeply. So these books being taken off where you can't even see a representation at your local library, I feel like that's really bad.